change the. Can you hear me? Because you guys were right. The mic, like, I've got a little gauge down here. The mic activity, where when I talk, I can see the mic thing going back and forth, and it got really like stuttery. Oh, to put it looked like it was lagging. So I don't know. There you go. There's me. He says, I was checking that it wasn't just me because I am both medicated and my internet is often shit, so I wasn't sure if I was just having a very. No, it wasn't you. It wasn't just you. Hi, my Jen. I am back. What was the last thing you guys heard me say? That I can go back and figure it out. Find wherever the exit is. Maybe this is it. World map! Yay! Well, I'm gonna have to do stuff to get PowerPoints again, so let's, I don't know. I don't really want to go back to the Western approach, but there's stuff to do there, so I'm gonna go do that. Before the fight with the dudes with no pants, I'm very sleepy and genuinely don't remember. Aw, Stuart! Stuart says your setup is the coolest thing in the world I needed in my life. Aw. You're very sweet, friend. I just have my stream deck attached to the bar lights on either side. I don't have it set to reflect the colors of the game right now, because I'm actually using it for base lighting. I'm very glad you're here, Stuart. I like it when we have a Stuart. Oh look, Jack just dropped out of the air. Okay. It's so funny that you say that because I spend so much time thinking, man, I should step up the game. I feel like it looks really unprofessional half the time, but maybe that's just being too hard on myself. Mostly because I know what's behind me, and what's behind me is a disaster room. Oh, glad to hear from you. Jen says, I'm playing the best Fable. Alright, the Chantry signs. This guy.
Of course, Duran's theory of
height. No! Stop that.
Oh. Yes? Did you need something?
The only thing 3 really has on 2 is the graphics and the literal mountain of gold I can run around on. Jen has been playing Fable 3 this last week, and now she's playing the second one. Yeah, I'm about to get, because I've been, like, sort of organizing my room, too, and I'm about to get, like, my 360 and the Xbox One up there. And, like, my room games are kind of like my relax games. And I have several Fables I need to play. Tell me more about dragons.
You study dragons? I'd be interested in hearing more about that.
Oh, they are fascinating.
Combining spells was cool in 3 as well. Yeah, you could do that in Morrowind and Oblivion, but not Skyrim, which was upsetting. Morrowind especially, not Morrowind, Oblivion especially had a really robust like spell creation thing. It was busted, but it was really cool.
That might be victims of dragon attacks.
How you can break the entire game by making a spell that does
we'll have to speak some
Buku's damage. I think the lights look great. I could maybe give ideas if you ever want. Listen, man, I'm always open to ideas and stuff. I just gotta have the funds to make them happen half the time. And right now, your girl is busted broke. Like, got people calling me wanting their money broke. I think Vortex and Blades was great. I don't know what that means. It seems like a Fable thing, so. The Fable veins popping out right now. I have only, like, I've played the third one, and that's the only one I've played all the way through. I played some of Fable 2. I would have to get them for PC to stream them, but I'd be open to streaming them sometime. I played Fable 3. I haven't played the first Fable. And I have, in fact, I went all over town looking for a copy of Fable 2 for the Xbox 360. Because I want to play it with Jen, but we have yet to do that, and I need to acquire Fable for the computer. Blades and Vortex are both spells you can get in 3, and you can level up enough that you can mix them together. That's really cool. I have played 3, but I probably missed a bunch of stuff. Jack Bud, you need a health weapon. He exploded. He went boom. 1 is the only one easily playable on PC through Steam. 2 can be played through a goofy Xbox mobile thing. I think 3 can be as well. I'll have to try the original one, maybe. That's the only one I've never played. I would, like... I have a 360, but I like to keep it up in my room, and switching between capture cards is more trouble than it's worth. So, so I usually keep my capture card hooked up to my Switch. If any of them are available on Switch, which I doubt because I think it was a Microsoft exclusive. Can't go that way. Ooh. Making a fun sound. What are you? You're a thing I've already gotten. Ooh. Cool. Oh, this is the Chantry Trail thing. Fable 3 was... I feel like you have Anniversary. I feel like I bought it for you at some point. Fable 3 was on PC. Maybe, I'll look on Steam later. See. And if we like it, that might be something that we intersperse with Jedi Survivor, because I still haven't figured out how to get Jedi Survivor to go longer than an hour without breaking. All this Chantry BS. Hope you got some good loot, Chantry. You got some stocks. Praying for Fable 4 to be God tier. It's been since delisted? Oh no! I follow one of the lead writers and she's very funny and worked on other stuff I like. Good signs. That's how I feel about the person who's currently in charge of Dragon Age 4. I follow her. She's very funny. She's a cool trans lady. And like if if Dragon Age 4 can't be in the hands of David Gator, I feel like it's probably in good hands. Now, I say that now, knock on wood, and she'll end up, like, doing bad things to Dragon Age or something. I don't know. But, I know you bought me Fable Anniversary for my birthday. One year, Jen, so it's the only Fable I've ever played. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Fable Anniversary in my list the last time I looked, but I could be totally wrong. Cool. Okay. We did that. That was a thing we did. Well. Got a floating corpse, everybody! This game is so well put together. Actually, this game is well put together. I'm just used to Skyrim glitches. You know, that sometimes a mammoth will just rise slowly into the air. Okay. See what the question mark is. Oh, I think that's skull thingy up there. Asterium. No, Asterium is the star thing. The other thing. You know what I'm talking about. Floaty corpse syndrome. Dusty top fort. What creative nomenclature. Nazir's Pass. I feel like up is the direction I should be going. The reason I talk about the 360 is I want to play the Marvel Phase 1 games for you guys. Because they're so weirdly good. Like, the Captain America game was on the Arkham Asylum engine. And all of those games
I'm always glad
had the like original voice actors in them. The Thor game was really fun. Iron Man had some really good games. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. did one of them. I think maybe that was one where they couldn't get RDJ, and they definitely didn't get Gwyneth Paltrow. But like, I know that the Captain America game was Incredible Hulk was so good. I never played Hulk. Let's see. But what are we congratulating Stuart? IDK if I told y'all, but I got my PC fixed. Heck yeah! Let's do some actual hype in the chat for Stuart and his PC fix. I don't have a hype command anymore. Oops. Well, let's do some annual hype. Stuart's PC fix. Yeah, apparently my hype command is broken. Cause I'm really excited about that for you, bud. Cause that hurt me, cause I've been in that situation before where the only thing I could play games on was my phone, and it does not feel fun. Playing Hitman. You know, that's another game series I've never played.
This is big. Doesn't look like Vince built it. Who was out here?
Got some cool stuff. But yeah, no, I would love to play the Marvel Phase 1 games for you guys if I can find my copies of Thor and Captain America. I have not played the Incredible Hulk game, but Stuart's just recommended it, so I'll have to see if I can get my hands on it. I have... Iron Man is the one I don't have for the 360. I have that one for the PS2. Somewhere. I have no idea where those games have gotten to. It's actually one of the reasons I started cleaning out these closets is I was looking for those stupid games. But I did not find them. And I'm beginning to worry that they got lost in one of my moves. And that Captain America game is friggin' hard to replace. Because if the last time I looked at it on Amazon, it was like $100. I got super lucky when I got it because my friend just had a copy that she said I could have. And I wasn't streaming then. And I wish that I had kept better track of both of those games because they were a lot of fun. After that period, I'm confident I'm not addicted to games, just slightly dependent on them for decompression. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where everybody here is. I'm addicted to games for decompression and streaming because I'm an extrovert who doesn't actually get to talk to a lot of people in person. I had Iron Man on PS3 and there was a demo for Incredible Hulk in it. If only Marvel still gave their games to people with brains. They seem to want brand synergy everywhere except where it makes sense. Yeah, I don't, like... the game stuff, like, it stopped being good when they were acquired by Disney. Because Disney had, the Star Wars games were BS for a long time, too. Because Disney doesn't know how to do video games. Like, they have Disney Interactive, which is their, like, video game division. But, Find Us has sucked up until very recently. And, like, there could be some news on that front that I am missing because I am woefully underinformed most. What's here? Red lyrium, lots of it. The music just remembered it exists. Oh. Can't hurt this. That's weird. Huh. I have a feeling we have to, like, go around that rift. Oh. Unrelated, I put a picture of my current snuggle kitty in the Discord. We gotta stop for our regularly scheduled Mishka update. Look at that baby. What a cute baby. Dan, I love your rings. Also, you have such good fingernails, it disgusts me. Ads are killing you. Dude, I probably should do something about those. Not like I make much money off them anyway. Hang on. Doing something. Hang on. There we go. Have a sub, Stuart. That'll take care of your ads until I can do something about them. Just gave $2.50 to myself. Of course! Nah, I like you guys to be comfy, and I don't want you to feel like you're getting, like, too advertised to. I keep all of the ad stuff on right now because I have no money. Like, I got a Twitch payout for the last, like, 3 or 4 months this week, and it was the most money I'd made in a long time. But also it's kind of counterproductive. I'm gonna leave like the ads I trigger on, which are the ones that happen when we go to break. But I think I'm gonna turn off pre-rolls. Pre-rolls are annoying. And flats. You love how I'm being so very entertaining, just wandering around the worst map.
Must be something here. Let's look around.
I want to unlock the Emerald Graves.
Tonight.
Ooh, sign of a
The
dragon.
next best thing to sending the High Dragon flowers, I suppose.
Nah, I don't really make much from them, my dude. I make like, maybe a quarter a week from them. It only really matters for them to be on when I've got a ton of people. Because that's how streamers make money. That, or I gotta wait for Raid Shadow Legends to come calling. Actually, Raid Shadow Legends is so ubiquitous that I could get a sponsorship for Raid Shadow Legends right now, except for it would only work if, like, people signed up for this sponsorship. So, I feels a little bit too much like an MLM. Tiki says this isn't a hissing waste, so it's definitely not a, it's not the worst map if it's not the hissing waste. The hissing wastes are pretty bad too, not gonna lie. There's several maps in this game that are just too darn big. Oh look, another dragon sign. Oh, this thing. We've already done this thing. Oh, these people look like they need to be fought. I need XP. God, screaming I need the residuals doesn't make sense anymore because D&D has gone through 2 iterations since that joke made sense. There used to be, like, when tallying XP in Dungeons & Dragons, there used to be a thing called residuals. And it was essentially like, if, like, there's a difference between the XP that the person who killed the thing got, and then the people who didn't kill it but contributed to fighting the thing got something called residuals. And I used to have a friend in college who would run around and, like, stick his head out of doors with a plastic lightsaber screaming, XP! I need the residuals! I loved him though. Uh-oh. All the desert maps are pretty rough, yeah. Yeah, I don't like them that much, but they're like, we have demolished the hinterlands and the storm coast, and once again I've screwed around doing stuff too early, so I have no point. I spent them all in the deep roads. Because I'm not very good at video games. See what we got over here. Just death route for days. 4 days. Swamp and jungle maps are my least favorite map genre. Gross green. I don't like dry maps. Like, I don't like deserts. Which is funny, 'cause I'm a big Star Wars fan. But man, screw Tatooine. I know it's got some lore significance, but I hate that planet. It makes me thirsty just looking at it. And in Star Wars games, Tatooine is always the worst. He's playing with his tail again. I love maps where it rains, which is why we demolished the Storm Coast, because I love the Storm Coast. Stuart would not be a Fallow Mire fan, I take it. That is a gross green map. It does have some unique gameplay in it, though. This is a big boy. I don't exactly know what he is. He's on fire is what he is. 83 XP. Oh, kind of precious. One high ever weave is what I got for that. Fallow Mire sounds gross green. Yeah. I love Tatooine for the lighting, but I don't think games ever go for its overexposed sand look. Yeah, it's kind of like Hoth in games. Like, Star Wars locations in general tend to be based on one sort of biome, which doesn't make sense anyway. But yeah, you are correct. The lighting, like in the movie, the cinematic lighting on Tatooine is great. I don't like being on Tatooine in video games because it's always stupid maps like this, and I hate them. Like, Tatooine is not the worst part of Knights of the Old Republic, but it's, like, not the best. Fallow Mire, no, that is the Black Marsh, is Argonian land. The Fallow Mire is a Dragon Age location. It's in this game, actually.
So I hear you're kind of the black sheep in your family, Sparkler.
Where does that saying come from? I'm not a sheep. No one in my family could be described as sheep.
I'm just saying, you and I have something in common.
Goodness, I had no idea.
Okay, not that much in common.
I have something in common with Dorian. I like Dorian. Yeah, Argonians are from the Black Marsh and other places. Argonians are fascinating. Like, I am not much one for playing Argonians, but the lore behind their everything is wild. Like, the Hist is a sentient tree that may or may not have known the Oblivion Crisis was coming. Like, it just nuts. Also, one of the longest running Elder Scrolls arguments online is, why do female Argonians have breasts? And there are people who draw literal biological diagrams to explain why female Argonians have breasts if they are, in fact, reptiles. Black Marsh. I can feel the mosquitoes and humidity from the name. Yep. Yeah, it really does conjure up images of giant mosquitoes, doesn't it? Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 could be in the Black Marsh. That's one of the, like, I think they were saying either Black Marsh or High Rock were the two places they could be from. Hey, that was rude. You shouldn't do that. Especially to pretty boys like me. I've lit you on fire now. Oh, fire check. Coke Zero check. Not into desert, so I guess you're not into New Vegas. Listen, I'm not into Fallout, just generally. But that's because I have an inherent fear of nuclear war. And I don't wanna. However, I have played New Vegas. I played it a couple of years ago during our Christmas streams because my friend Jeffrey frickin' loves New Vegas. And back then he was watching our streams a lot. And I wanted to play it for him. And I did enjoy it when I played it. It just took like a lot of modding to get it to work. Ah, damn, Em, my heart. No, I mean, like, I appreciate it for what it is, and I might play it again sometime. Probably only on stream, because it's one of those games that I think I just wouldn't enjoy as much by myself, because it's got too many things that freak me out in it. But I acknowledge that Obsidian is really good. Obsidian is responsible for Knights of the Old Republic 2, which had the same kind of time crunch problem that that New Vegas did, and they couldn't finish it by the time they wanted it out, so they just packaged all the extra stuff they hadn't implemented yet on the disc, and were like, modders will figure it out. So Knights of the Old Republic 2 exists as mostly a complete game. It's not really complete, even still. But I can climb this? What?
Where's your other stuff? The things you had yesterday?
Oh!
Sorry, what you see is what you
Back
get.
in here. Neat! I always hear about the bugs and stuff. I guess I was lucky I was able to do vanilla. That's awesome. I'm really glad for that.
Best you'll find this.
Nah, Obsidian are an incredible company. I need them to make a fantasy game. And I know they are making a fantasy game, but I need more fantasy games in general. It's been a very sci-fi decade, and like, that's fine. But I need less of that. And I don't want any more post-apocalypse either. I'm good without that. I feel like I really need to try KOTOR. Okay, here's what I have to say about KOTOR. Is Knights of the Old Republic, if you like BioWare games, or just like, you know how what Doom is to first-person shooters? Knights of the Old Republic is that for RPGs. And I feel like if you're like a fan of video games on the whole, like the history of video games, and you like playing things and seeing where like the ideas in your favorite games came from, Knights of the Old Republic is one that you're gonna want. Because you'll be able to kind of see how video games like that kind of evolved from, you know, basically just D&D on a computer. Because Knights of the Old Republic, the first one, it's just D&D 3.0, basically. I'm pretty sure. Either 3.0 or 3.5. I can't remember exactly which. There's a shard that is yelling at me somewhere. Looking forward to the Doom but Magic game coming out next month. Yes! I think he says less post-apocalypse and more averting the apocalypse of magic and mythical creatures being around. Yeah, see, I need all of that. I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed Mirage. I think that's going to be fun. Assassin's Creed is like a weird... It's almost like a mix of science fiction, fantasy, and urban fantasy, like all in one. But we all know how Em feels about Assassin's Creed. Like, that series is part of my bones. I'm trying to find the place where we turn in this quest about the thing we just killed. I know it looks like I'm just running around being a nonsense person, but I am trying to figure out where stuff goes. Oh well, I will.
Did you see those Venatori run?
Okay, let's see. Stuart says, I absolutely hate the writing of Game of Thrones, but I like the base concept of old magic that no one believes in. Y'all know anything similar? I mean, the closest video game equivalent to Game of Thrones is Dragon Age. Came out, like, the books have been out forever, and they are actually, like, directly inspired by the Game of Thrones book. Because David Gator is a big J.R. Tolkien fan, I think. I read an interview one time where he was talking about it. Oh, there's the dust cloud. Is it like poison or something? We have to take care of, and the dragon is behind it. Old magic that no one believes in. Let me think about it, Stuart. Give me a think, and I'll see if I can recommend it. Okay. Did you ever play Outward? You played that with us, didn't you? Did you like that game? Because I would love to play it again. It's a Souls-like, and I'm bad at those alone. Oh yeah, KOA. House Wars, also a big part I liked. I'll have to dig through my Steam account, take a look at everything. I never tried it, actually. I think you won it in one of the things we did. Outward was supposed to be like hot, like a mix of, basically a mix of Dragon Age and Dark Souls. Which, I mean, like, I don't know, Elden Ring? I guess everybody believes in the magic in that. I haven't tried that though. KOA. Yeah, I think Stuart won Outward at one point. KOA was Jen, yes. Jen is definitely, she's the same flavor of KOA fan that Ellen from Outside Xbox is, Outside Extra is. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does, but it's like fantasy-y. Now, the story of KOA was written by R.A. Salvatore. So it's got some like pretty hefty fantasy bona fides. Here, little thing. I want to light your butt on fire so that you give me your skin and your tasty, tasty XP. Didn't give me any XP. I am gonna take its skin. Phoenix scales. Cool. Okay, where is Frederick? Oh, we gotta do dragon bait now. It's fine. Fine. Baiting a dragon. What could go wrong? I don't really like Souls games. Me either. But Elden Ring is intriguing. Also the lore. Yeah. Yeah, Elden Ring. I have watched lore videos about it because I find the story, like, interesting. But the way Souls bros act about Souls games, like, I know a couple of good Souls fans, and then I have encountered just some holes surrounded by ass who masquerading as human beings. Say Dark Souls would not be hurt by an easy mode once, and then they just just fill your Twitter feed with garbage dump. It is the fans. Now, my friend Jeffrey, the person who is the reason I played New Vegas, is also a gigantic Soulsborne fan. And he's very good at them, which is admirable. Like I played Dark Souls on stream single time, and I'll never do it again because the fans are the most obnoxious. What we got here? A book. Books and such. Leave the wardens to their work. Interesting. I'm glad you liked that, Stuart. I picked that up in college. I don't remember who said it first. I've never met anyone who takes video games as seriously as Dark Souls bros. And like, there's a difference between a fan of Dark Souls and a Dark Souls bro. I hope you guys understand what, like, it's like there's a difference between like a Star Wars fan and a Star Wars fan. You know what I'm talking about? Like, cause I'm a Star Wars fan. Big one. There's been big Star Wars news in the last couple of days too. And I'm just trying to avoid the entire freaking internet because I don't think I would agree with anyone's opinions on anything. And those are Star Wars fans. I have done this already. I guess I gotta go back this way. I guess Frederick is over here somewhere. Dark Souls 1 is like a fundamentally lacking game and a great story from what I played. I'll tell you about my experience with Dark Souls 1. It took me an hour and a half to get what would normally take a person 15 minutes to do in a regular video game. And I just do not have the time in my life for something to be that artificially difficult. Like, it's only artificially difficult so that people can feel good about themselves, and I just don't get it.
What was that? Oh, my fellow researcher. What can I do for you?
Hi. Have some
I've
dragon
spotted several
signs.
dragon signs around the approach.
Most
Jen doesn't play
excellent, my friend.
Soulsborne games. I cannot think
I
of
don't
a
suppose
faster
you
way
looked at
to
the
make you
wound
rage
pattern.
quit.
No matter, I'll
Like-
look into that later. Andrast is mercy. From what I can
Like,
tell,
Jen
the
used
dragon
to
has been
rage
moving
quit
east
Mass
and is
Effect.
scouring the waste
And
next.
so,
Naturally, the dragon's hunting ground
OMG,
is full of
talk
mysteries.
Emmy, literal gospel.
White Claw Raiders. They've covered the area
Like,
in
I
tracks,
don't
and
have
April
time
knows
for
the
it.
reasons. Quite
That
immense.
combined with the fans, like, I just, like, if you
We'll
enjoy
have to speak some other
difficulty,
time.
that's one thing. If you don't enjoy difficulty, then that's another thing. There's a difference between, like, playing a hard mode of something. Like, I've played Mass Effect all the way through on Insanity. It's a natural product of playing the game over and over and over again. I don't usually like to make things artificially hard for myself, but in that game, I have to. Because otherwise, it's just too easy. Because Jen does not want a rage stroke over video games. Exactly. Video games, I'm there to relax, to enjoy a mild challenge, and enjoy a story. That's what I'm there for video games. And the Souls Bros, what they do not understand, posture check, is that their way to play video games is valid, but it's not more valid than other people's way to play. Like, I don't have a million hours in the day to spend on a single level of Dark Souls. And the next time somebody tells me to get good, I'm gonna reach through the computer screen and turn their insides into their outsides. Nikki says, yeah, I also do not Soulsborne games. I'll just be over here with BioWare games and my crafting and farming sims like selective Final Fantasy games. Jen says, yeah, I play Kingdoms of Amalur on hard because I've played it 11 million times. Exactly. That is, oh, exactly my feelings. Like, do what you gotta do. And like, if FromSoft does not want to put an easy mode in those games, that's fine. But it's okay for someone to hold the opinion that it's okay if something has a hard mode. Like I was talking to somebody, we were talking about Dark Souls. It was the last time that I riled up the internet over this particular opinion. And we were talking and they said that, well, the reason that it would ruin their experience if Dark Souls had an easy mode is that, well, they would just switch to the easy mode if it existed. Well, there's an easy fix for that. And that is lock the difficulty when the game starts. Make it so that you can. That way, accessibility is preserved. Because, like, your gaming experience is not more important than accessibility. On the whole, I'm a normal or story mode girl because I would like to enjoy the games I play. Exactly. I just need people to understand that sometimes their way is just a way and not the only way. It's okay. Make things accessible for everyone. What if someone with a disability that makes it hard to hold a controller wants to enjoy Dark Souls? And this is where the fanboys start saying stuff, well, like, you should just watch it on YouTube then. No, dipshit. That's not the same as playing. Just like me playing Dragon Age Inquisition very badly is not the same as you playing Dragon Age Inquisition very badly. Seriously, this map drives me insane. Like, the Outer Worlds has a survival mode that's locked once you start, and that's cool if that's how you want to do it, but also fuck that. Exactly. It's just, it's fine if somebody plays differently. That's all I need the internet to learn. Okay, we're gonna leave this map because I hate it. Oh, there's Darkspawn over there, though. Ugh. I guess. Or what you're saying, what is, you're just an adult with a full-time job and don't want to spend your free time playing this same boss 12 times. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with making the sandbox accessible to everyone. And if you're centering, like, part of your identity around the, well, I play video games good, then you need different things to center your identity around. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. This feels like, yeah. Feels like Varric's. Ah! Yeah, maybe don't. Yeah, I got you. I got you, boo. I knew what you meant. Fennec fur. Poor fox. I don't know. It's probably a shard. I will come back for it. Whee. Okay. So we've learned something. That's the edge of the map. Listen, I play video games good, but that also doesn't mean I play video games hard. Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with a video game just being a way for you to make the dolls kiss. What if... Oh, nope. Yeah, everything I need is gonna be behind that stupid wall. Wanna... Over-leveled still. That's the hinterlands. Let's see if we left anything behind in Crestwood. It rains there. Okay, I'm going to let us do one more break. What is one thing you would improve about any specific video game? Okay, answer that in the chat and we'll be right back. because of that. I didn't press the button. Did not press the button. Hello? Can you hear me? Gotta wait until I get notice that you have heard me. Good now. Yay. Okay. So we're going to start over with where I started before. And that is we're going to read some answers to this question because we got some good answers. Got some good answers to the question. How many times can I say this badly? Okay, so Thinky said the first and most correct answer, which is let me romance Varric, you cowards. In DA2 specifically. Jen says adding a jump button to Kingdoms of Amalur. Change the interact and jump button to different buttons in Inquisition. Yes, please. Jen says let me romance Varric, you cowards. Thinky says, but in terms of actual gameplay things, honestly, I'd like to take party tactics to literally any game where you have a party, like in either the Dragon Age Origins version or the Final Fantasy XII version, just where I can set very specific parameters for what the rest of the characters in my party do. I miss that from Dragon Age Origins. That was so handy. If you like actually spent the time to go in and arrange it just right, you could get some very specific things done, and it was very nice. I usually would like get my get my friendship up with Morrigan all the way and get as many tactic slots open for her as possible and then give her Wynn's specialty as one of her specialties so that I can have her as the healer and also doing like her shape-shifting junk. Sometimes I struggle with keeping myself alive in games, never mind the rest of the squad. Stewart says, make Life is Strange like 60 hours longer, so I would have more content to obsess over. Stewart's a fan of Life is Strange. Jen says, let me bang more people in Fable without having to marry them. Only in Fable 1, Fable 2, yeah. Jen says, I can hear you. I'm glad you can hear me. That one is just, I always forget to press the button coming back from break. I remember it going to break, but never coming back. We're not going to go for too much longer because I did not realize how late it was. I'd apparently just been running my mouth in the desert for a very long time. But, we are going to run around down here for a minute. Hello, old Crestwood. There's demons, but these are the worst demons. I hate them. Set them on fire. If there's any, like, stuff that we haven't. Error Talon. Of 8 camp, Mysteriums, Mark. Oh, not done all of it. Does seem like I've done all camps. Run rifts. I saw a rift. Yeah, there's one all the way down here. Why not? Give it. Get closer. There. That. I don't want to go to the playing bartender in Fable 2, and this guy keeps talking about the perfect head, and I'm dying because I'm 12. And hey, it's still your preferred map type. Rainy! Yes, it is my preferred map type. That's why we're gonna run around on this one, because I like it. I need to stop spending all of my PowerPoints on stuff that is not relevant yet. So that I don't have to resort to requisitions. Yeah, see, if I were, like, playing on my own, I could run around in this map for hours with just, like, a podcast on or something. Whee! Rain sounds is also my preferred way to, like, to get writing done. I always have, like, some sort of rain YouTube video playing. I'm a sucker for those, like, ambience videos. There are some... Get stuck there, Jack? Did I do this one already? Yes. I'm a sucker for those ambience videos that are just like stills from video games. It even like does lightning strikes on this map, which I really like. Oh, regions encrusted. I found all the places. Oh. Oh. Dragon. I don't think we're ready for this one yet. But I love that they're just part of the map. Like, you can see them at certain points. Like, I really love the dragon on the Storm Coast when you see that one fighting. Aha, here is what we're looking for. Whee! Lighting some demons on fire. I'm lighting demons on fire. Whee! Hey. Maybe no. Get all the way over here? Yeah. I'm gonna try E2. Come on. Here we go. Did it get that one too? It did. Heck yeah. Alright. I love the dispel power so much. Oh man. Cold demon. Woo! Did the thing.
Like this. Hornball. It's impossible to get it out here.
Really? Back in Kirkwall, you couldn't kick open a crate without finding a jar of the stuff.
Really? You got any?
No. We usually just threw it away.
It's itching.
That's funny. That's very, very funny. Okay, everybody's leveled. Let's do some of this junk. what everybody's got. How are we doing in the necromancy? Good. Lots of fire. Boyfriend make thing go boom. Horrible. That's just a very funny reference to all the weird random junk that had no purpose in Dragon Age 2. Like, I love that game, truly. I think it's a lot better than, like, it did in the ratings. But, that was one thing about it that was obnoxious, is that a lot of the times your stuff, your inventory can get full of random junk. I saw a thing that I was in that really cool lady's Dragon Age stream the other night, where she had a point reward that was just like worth 1 point, and it was just, I'm just lurking and I want to say hi. You could choose that and still say hello, but not have to say anything like that, and I thought that was really cool. That. Okay, well, we did that rift. Have I just done them all? Lay on his eyes and ears, spy named Charter, help that her man Butcher seem to be running a... do that. Why not?
Nothing to report.
Right here. Go find Butcher. We'll do this quest and then we'll wind down. I guess Butcher is just somewhere in the big purple circle. Somewhere in the big purple. Cool. Guess we're just gonna look around. And so many of the gear pieces you picked up were also junk because you couldn't use them for the squad. Let me tell you how angry the inventory system in Dragon Age 2 makes. It's a good game. But the fact that you could only, like, use specific character upgrades that were also incredibly easy to miss, like you need like a guide for, is obnoxious and silly. Yeah, it was a really cute point to reward. I liked it. She helped me with a lot of stuff. There's also like a really cool bot where she has a custom hype train. And she told me she'd help me figure out how to set it up if I had questions with it. Which I might, because it's a really intense bot. Yeah, you need a guide to find all the right armor pieces. And it's a pain in the rump for Varric, because he's got a bunch of stuff in places that you could just very easily. It's also hard to figure out how to upgrade Bianca. Of course, figuring out how to upgrade Bianca is hard here, too. Because, they don't exactly make it obvious how that's supposed to happen. Stuart says, I love Max Payne 3, but it sort of departs from all the visual language and story threads of the original too, so I'd undo that as well. That makes sense. I don't know those games. The closest I've had to experience with those games is outside Xbox videos. However, I agree with that. We all know how I feel about, you know, the Thor movies and how I do not like that Ragnarok does not fit in with the other two movies at all. Even though it has some fundamentally good stuff about it. So I understand, like, when something doesn't fit in visually. That I get that. It is very similar to the Ragnarok situation, yeah. Like, there's some great stuff in that movie. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely great stuff in that movie. There's some very specific things that I personally am angry about that should not affect everyone, because I realize, like, I have the opinion that I don't like it, but I realize that it's a me thing and not something other people should have to deal with. Like, my poor Thunder Boy is sad, and he keeps having no wins whatsoever. It's like they hate him. And I could talk about it for a long time. Anyway, I will just sum up that opinion. It wasn't humorous, but it was a rainbow of color in comparison to the more originals. Frustrating. Nikki says, so frustrating. Like, you know me, I do all the quests and visit all the places, but I also had to look at the armor piece. Yeah, that makes sense. But no, like, one of the things you were talking about visual matchups, and like one of the things that abnormally ticked me off about Ragnarok was the lack of the fantastic score that generally exists for the Thor movies, replaced by like Guardians of the Galaxy bullshit. Which, it's fine. I'm sure some of the music was good, but I love the music in the Thor movies. It's one of the only like Marvel soundtracks that I like listen to on purpose outside of the games, like outside of the movies. Oh man, Em, I have so many of those. I do not like this, but that's a me thing, not an other people problem. Yeah, that's where I am. I get why other people like that movie. It was fun. It's just, I have a lot of feelings about the sweet good Thunder Boy. Also, visual harmony and brand harmony inside. I do not like that they changed the genre of the movie. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about Ragnarok now because it's a thing that I really just need to rewatch it because I was very uptight about it in the first place when I watched it the first time. Butcher! Where are you? Okay, you're not Butcher. Hey, I have a teleporting boyfriend. SOS. The case of teleporting boyfriend. Oh, I didn't mean to piss that thing off. Oops. Well, I guess we're gonna have to kill it now. Okay. It's gone. Okay, well, Butcher, I'm a butcher you if you don't make yourself. No, I'm not. I'm a very good sweet boy. check the map again because I think this symbol shows exactly where Butcher is. Just the middle. Let's try. Okay, we've already done this bit. Whee! Oh, oh, it's the Sweet Thunder Boy. Hey. Maybe don't. Maybe don't.
Hey, Varric, are you gonna write me into one of your stories?
How could I not?
When you do, make sure you describe the musculature right. Because this isn't just endurance work. There was a lot of strength training to get here. You can use words like rippling or ripped. Ripped is good, too.
The Iron Bull's belly was prone to rippling after every meal. He rarely wore shirts as they ripped under the strain.
That hurts, Varric. That's hurtful.
Okay. Is that Butcher on the ground? Ah, yes. That is Butcher on the ground, I think. Yeah. Oh, well, I should know better than to think people will be alive when I look for the game.
Poor bastards. Well, let's go put them down.
That was a good call, Thinky. Thank you. Okay, we gotta go tell Charter about Butcher's fate, and then we will be down. That is like in castle. Oh look, it's Charter.
Your worship.
I found Butcher's corpse by the South Road. Red Templars ambushed me afterwards.
Only our highest operatives knew he was coming tonight. I must inform Sister Nightingale we have a traitor.
What's happening in Crestwood?
The roads are nearly deserted. Too many undead keep rising from the lake.
Okay,
Should be going.
Farewell.
I'll fix that eventually. Okay, guys, we're gonna save here, and we will come back next week and actually do something, I promise. This time is pretty much just me running around a map I didn't like and talking too much. But I do love hanging out with you guys, and I hope that my rambling was somewhat entertaining. We're gonna go ahead and close it here. As always, stay safe, stay sane, wash your hands,